Welcome back to our channel. Welcome to Kay Elan Designs. My name is Linda Adeyemi. I'm the CEO and principal designer, and we're based here in Lagos, Nigeria. If you are new here, a huge welcome to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are not, welcome back. Thank you for coming back here. All right, so today I'm here to answer a question that I've gotten a number of times from people, whether they are aspiring interior designers or even clients who want to engage our services as interior designers on their project. And what is this question? The question is, what is your process like? Or what is a typical interior design process? If I engage an interior designer today, what can I expect from that process? Obviously, I'll be sharing what we do here at Kay Elan Designs, which I hope and I'm pretty sure will be super helpful for you. Like I said, if you're an aspiring interior designer, or if you are someone who's looking to engage an interior design firm or interior design service. So let's dive right in. What's the first thing? I think the one that goes without saying is that we must have already spoken to the client, met with the client. At our firm, we charge a consultation fee, but we will definitely always have a first meeting. We're not saying that you must pay a consultation fee before we meet with you. We can meet with you, discuss with you, just let us know, what you have in mind. And once all of that is out of the way, we now get to like the real first step of, yes, we've been engaged. So if we've been engaged, what's going to happen is what we call number one, a site survey. A site survey is a visit to your project site. We want to take measurements of the space. We want to take photos. We want to take videos. We want to know what still works, what's not working. If you have existing furniture, are you going to reincorporate these into the design of your space? All of that happens during our site visit. It's a very comprehensive time. Sometimes clients are just like, oh, you've done in like 30 minutes, Abby. And we're not done in 30 minutes, unfortunately. Sometimes it takes hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, and depending on the size of the project, it can take as much as 3 hours because we must be thorough. We might not get the opportunity to come back to the site a second or a third time to reconfirm things, so it has to be a super detailed process. Now, after the site survey, the next thing that happens is design. We begin conceptualization. We begin thinking about how we can breathe life into the space, considering what we call a client brief. A client brief is what the client wants, what the client expects, how the client lives, all of those information that must feed the outcome of everything that we're doing. So we have all of that at the back of our mind, keeping in mind that we also should have an idea of your budget, because we don't want to design, I don't know, the Buckingham Palace when you're just thinking about something small and cozy in one corner of the world there. So the budget also guides us in how, high we can dream. But obviously, if you're engaging us as an example, you're definitely getting your money's worth. You're definitely getting something that will be obvious to everyone that sees it that you engage a professional on your project. So once we're done with design and conceptualization, let me just also mention that during design, that's where we use, our software, our space planning software, 3D software, even our ideation software. We have software where we just, pull ideas together, sort things out, make sure that everything makes sense. And from there, we build out into what we call a presentation to a client. So we now present to the client, depending on what package they've chosen. Is it 3D? Is it mood board? Whatever it is that they've chosen, we make a presentation to them and also, do invoicing as well. So as they're getting their presentation, shortly following after will be what it's going to cost to do that. Once we are all aligned on design, they are good to go, or maybe change one or two things here, and we're also aligned on invoicing. We now get to the very next stage, which is procurement and subcontractor engagement. So at this point, we're ready to go, and we can now start, buying things, buying curtains or paints or materials that we need to execute the project. So at this point, we're also engaging subcontractors. Who's going to handle mechanical work? Who's going to handle plumbing? Who's going to handle electricals? We're letting everybody know what the scope of work is, and we're engaging, subcontractors, and also reaching out to our vendors for supplying the materials that we need. And then next is execution, which is when everything comes alive. We are now, on site, we're supervising things, we're ensuring that what was designed in stage 2 is being brought to life accordingly in this stage 4, which is execution and site supervision. Super important, and that takes quite a while depending on the scope of work. We always need time to execute a project very well. I always tell clients that we literally need a realistic amount of time, and all of that is actually discussed at the beginning so that we can manage clients' expectations. And finally, which is kind of like also under execution, but basically the team that is supervising the site is not going to be the team to do this stage. So I'm going to make it a next stage. And it's the final stage, which is what we call styling. So the design team now comes back to site. Usually, our site supervision team is different from the design team, because the design team kind of like just liaises with the project team to ensure that everything is being executed as planned, and then they come back at the end to style, put all the finishing touches, make everything look pretty. They hang artwork, they lay rugs, they put styling pieces together. I mean, something similar to what my background is, just make everything really beautiful after all furniture has been delivered, all joinery has been installed, curtains have been installed, and all of those things have been done. So in a nutshell, I'm just going to recap all I said. The very first stage is site survey, and then the next stage is design and invoicing. And after that, we have procurement and subcontractor engagements, and we have execution and supervision, which is stage number 4 or step number 4. And finally, the absolute icing on the cake. Trust me, the difference between a styled and a non-styled project project is amazing. Whether we're talking about an office, talking about a restaurant, talking about a home, trust me, it's a game changer and such an important phase for us, because in fact, on that day, almost everybody's on site because everything must be, tip-top and perfect. So I hope that this sharing of our process really helps you to know what you can expect if you want to engage an interior designer. Or like I said, if you're an interior designer out there just starting out or intending to start out, I hope that this helps. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video, sharing all the things that I feel like need to be out there, the things that you ask me, the things that the knowledge that I have garnered over the years with my team building Kay Elan Designs, and I can't wait for that to happen. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to get some more of this. Please subscribe, please like this video, please hit the notifications bell so that you can get notified when we have new content. And until then, I'm Linda Adeyemi, and don't forget, Kay Elan Designs is the channel where it's at. See you next time. Ta-ta. And we just want to have an idea of what it means. And if you're new here, welcome back to our channel. Well, actually, welcome, not welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, thanks for wanting to hear what I have to say. Sorry.
3, 2, 1, action.
Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I'm Linda Adeyemi, CEO and Principal Designer at Kay Elan Designs here in Lagos, Nigeria. I trust you're all doing great.